High noon, ABC. It is Texas minus 6.5 points, squaring off neutral site game, Texas State Fair, against their hated, now SEC, soon to be SEC rival, the Oklahoma Sooners. A few things that I will add right out of the chute. In the last 10, count them, 10 meetings in this game, it has been a one-score game exactly 8 times.
Okay, I was going to say, I know it was not last year.
Not last year. No.
Like 49-0 or something, yeah.
5 years ago, it was Oklahoma winning by 12. And then last year, it was the biggest defeat in the history of the entire series when Texas beat Oklahoma 49-0. So, Everybody out there watching this video, listening to this podcast, everybody out there, I want you to shotgun a beer,
oh no,
a beverage of your choosing. Every time the announcers say that, boy, did Oklahoma have this one circled. In the locker room, it's been hanging on the bulletin board for the last year. They've had this one circled. It's been on their radar for the last year to get revenge on Texas, Dan.
Yeah, I'd say you have to throw the records out, but they have the same record, do they not?
They already negate each other, yes.
So include the records because they are indicators of success this year for Texas and Oklahoma. No, this game is going to be fascinating. I think it's Quinn Ewers. Like, I have very little questions in the way of what Texas is up front on both sides of the ball. I like what Jonathan Brooks is doing in the backfield. They're running the ball, which I think is a lot smarter. I think it's a smarter Texas. I would never really question their defense coming into the season, but the question was going to be in higher leverage moments, in second halves, what does this offense look like? And so to me, it is Quinn Ewers' confidence, and we have what? Jatavian Sanders is questionable, was beat up last week. Also, a starting corner, I think Ryan Watts for Texas is questionable in this one. He got hurt last week. And so, I don't know. I think there's enough depth in that secondary. I think the pass rush is going to be good to very good for Texas all season long. So, once again, it's Quinn Ewers in rhythm with A.D. Mitchell, Xavier Worthy, whoever, Jordan Whittington. And is this Oklahoma defense somewhere far, far away from where they were in this matchup last year? And so I really do think, because I think Oklahoma is good but untested, and so I have this as Texas goes as far as Quinn Ewers, which is not a bold take, but I think there are too many questions answered otherwise that it's just going to come down to second half offense. Have they really turned a corner? Is Quinn Ewers as confident as ever? Because they did have some sluggish moments last week against Kansas. And on the Oklahoma side, it is their first real team. All due respect to SMU and Cincinnati and Iowa State. These are, they're real teams, but not on this level. And we finally get to open the page on what Oklahoma is this year to me.
I don't have a strong lean here. I don't. Okay. It's a rivalry. I think I like Texas more. I picked them in my playoff. So I have seen nothing so far that has persuaded me otherwise. They've looked really, really solid. There is something about Oklahoma this year. We talked to it a little bit on the last episode that weirds me out. Even though most of the numbers are improved over last year, especially on the defensive side of the ball. According to the SP Plus, this is a top 20 defense through the first 5 weeks of the season, which is a full 38 spots higher than they finished last year. I like Texas in this game for 3 specific reasons. The first is the play calling on the Oklahoma side. It has been strange this season. I alluded to this a couple episodes ago when I put a call out on Twitter asking Oklahoma fans, can you tell me what you think of this Sooners team, this version of the Sooners team? My sense is that there has been some confusion as to what they're doing on offense and what this identity is. What I see from a number standpoint is that it's pretty much all on Dillon Gabriel. And I like Dillon Gabriel. I just like it more if there were balance, especially in a big game. Maybe I'm splitting hairs, but that bit of what I've seen so far concerns me. Again, not against top flight competition. Perhaps that will change when the rubber really meets the road in the Red River rivalry. The second thing is, for as much as I do agree that the defense is improved, the tackling is still very suspect. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at any of the tackling success numbers for Oklahoma. No. This is like really deep in the minutia here. But 83rd in tackle success rate for the season. I love looking at the stat for big games. I love looking at it in a big game, especially when you're going up against an offense like Texas, which we know can throw the ball and has now gradually run the ball a little bit more effectively.
Do you know who number 1 is, by the way, in tackling success rate?
Is it Texas?
It's Rutgers,
okay.
And they didn't tackle Michigan a ton. So whatever weight you put in that in a big game, that's all. I guess It's probably, if you're not a good tackling team, that can be troublesome, but I don't know. We'll see.
The other thing is, and this is my final point on this, Oklahoma is not blitzing a ton, and they're still creating an average amount of pressure, but they're not getting home. They're not sacking the quarterback. The sack rates are very low. And I think they need to try and get in Quinn Ewers' face. They can't give him time to pick a spots out there, because if they do, they've got enough weaponry. I could sit here and list guys. I'm not going to do that. There are more than enough talented guys out wide that can make Oklahoma pay. I think this is a fun game. I think the Red River Shootout's always a fun game. My pick is 38-30 Texas.
Let me verify here, but I'm almost positive I have Oklahoma covering in this game, and I don't know why. But it's the feeling that I get that it's just going to be a super tight back and forth. The actual worry for me for Texas, by the way, not just Quinn Ewers, it's Bert Auburn. Their kicker has been off thus far. So if it is back and forth, if it is tight, if it's not just, if you do have to bring a field goal to a touchdown party, I don't know. I don't know about Texas in that spot. So I'm actually going to go, I don't know why I'm talking to myself in Oklahoma, but I'm talking to myself in Oklahoma. I'm going to take the points in this one. I think it's going to be very, very close. I think Texas ekes it out by 4. I think I have Texas 31-27. Oklahoma covers.
If for no other reason, take Oklahoma because I took Texas.
Yeah, absolutely.
That has been the trend here in the early part of the season. So good on you. Good on you.